UDA cannot win Mbeere North. It can never win. And I come from Membu, I can say that confidently. We are the only place that was the first to tell of the president when he came to tell us about how SHA is working and it is not working. We were the first one to say that instead of you putting money in houses that are just being given around in State House, we need water and roads.
Kenyans, you will agree with me that our current deputy president, Kindiki, is the most depressed person in Kenya. I mean, wait. Before we even get started, we know what has been happening in Mbeere North. I mean, it's getting hotter day by day, and as the by-elections draws closer, it's getting hotter for Kindiki. But anyway, before we even head to Kindiki and Mbeere North, welcome back to another episode of WeeKenyans. I truly appreciate the support that you've been giving me. It's been 1,000 subscribers, and we now have a membership. I mean, how amazing is that? So the support you've been giving me by subscribing, by watching our videos, and always hitting on that notification bar so that anytime I do a video you're notified. Please, let's continue with that. And that is why I'm telling you, just 3 seconds to hit on that subscribe button, and also to hit on that notification bar so that you don't miss out any of our videos. Well, I have been so busy to even go online, but one thing has remained certain, that in Mbeere North, it's getting hotter and hotter, because we all know the common factor that is facing Mbeere North. Well, many might say it is a battle between Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua. Of course, because we know DCP leader Rigathi Gachagua was the former deputy president who was impeached, and he has always had a bile with President William Ruto. And this is now his best opportunity to showcase Ruto that he truly has a ground, especially in Mount Kenya. So this is not a seat for Gachagua and DCP to lose. Okay, we've seen Gachagua taking walks, visiting homes and homes and homes and homes. The funny thing, he even went to, the current cabinet secretary for public service, CS Ruku, and even enjoyed some tea with his grandmother, I think, or his grandparents. This is quite certain, and this shows the strategy that Gachagua has with this elective position that is coming up. But now, when we remove Gachagua and President William Ruto on the map, the other person we have here is our deputy president, Kindiki, or as well you might call him Mr. Empowerment, you might call him Soprano, or wherever, the way you know him. So, Gachagua was impeached, and then, what next? Of course, Kindiki was the most favorable one, coming from Mount Kenya, and the high expectation that even before they chose Gachagua when they wanted to go to election, brought a big uproar, because many of the MPs were actually supporting Kindiki to be the deputy president. But it happened that Gachagua was selected or appointed because of the ties that he had, especially with the campaigns. But things happened, and now Kindiki got the opportunity to become the deputy president. But now, this is now his true test, because he is now put in a test where they want to see, does he really have a mobilization strategy? Especially, can he really mobilize Mount Kenya, people to vote for UDA? Because UDA is strictly a dying party in Mount Kenya. Many MPs and MCAs and many leaders from Mount Kenya followed Rigathi, or some of them are in Jubilee. So this is a very big test for Kindiki, and especially in just his neighboring county, because we're talking about now Embu County, and he comes from Tharaka Nithi. So it means that this is more of like home. And this is why this seat is important as well for him to win, because this is going to prove to Ruto and to Kenya Kwanza that, you know what, even if I'm still the deputy president and many people have been saying that I don't have the mobilization at the ground, see the campaign that I've done. See, I've been able to mobilize people, they've been able to vote for UDA. So it means what? I have a bargain strategy. And as we go towards 2027, you can still as well choose me to be the deputy president. Well, this is why Kindiki is really depressed. Because you know the strategy Gachagua is using at Mbeere North. Oh my God. And you know, Karish seems to be the favorite with, many people. And we have seen the campaign strategy that they've been using. I know Kenya Kwanza and our empowerment, joy riders, I've always been trying to, buy people and, try to bribe people to attend their campaigns. But if you see the love that Karish is actually getting, man, that was super awesome. Super, super awesome. And this is why Kindiki is worried. I mean, he's having the numbers, yes, because I know it's going to be a very stiff competition. But in terms, if he fails to deliver this seat, then his word is going to reduce drastically. And not just him, because he's not the only one in the picture. We also have CS Ruku. We also have the Embu governor, Cecile Mbarire, plus now Kithure Kindiki. They have very big tests. And I know from wherever they are, they can't sleep. I mean, just seeing Gachagua in Embu, they've tried all tactics to ensure that Gachagua is not, allowed to kind of campaign in Embu. But that scenes haven't materialized. And we are counting now days before the election. And Karish seems to be getting, more support and more support day by day. Oh God. Poor Kindiki. But wait. Will Kindiki be able to, mobilize Mbeere North people to vote for UDA? Forgive my ignorance, but I don't even know the name of that UDA aspirant. But for Karish, I mean, you are so popular to us. Anyway, it's Gachagua's work. Or do you think Gachagua is going to take, the pride in Mbeere North? Because if he wins this, we know how the talks are going to shift and how ground is going to strategically shift. Very interesting moment. Just a few days before the election. I think it's next week before we now start observing who is the talk of the town. Let's wait and see. Ambience or the Mbeere North citizens told Gachagua to go back on 28th and witness how Ruto has been beaten. So we can't wait to see how this comes out. Tell me in the comment section, what do you think? Do you think Gachagua is going to prove to Ruto and Kenya Kwanza and Cecile Mbarire and CS Ruku and Kithure Kindiki that indeed is the true lion of the mountain? Or are they going to beat him?
I just wanted to confirm that UDA cannot win Mbeere North. It can never win. And I come from Embu, I can say that confidently. We are the only place that was the first to tell of the president when he came to tell us about how SHA is working and it is not working. We were the first one to say that instead of you putting money in houses that are just being given around in State House, we need water and roads. We clearly put that.
The tests of all that messaging,
yes,
is next week.
It is next week.
And I am asking.
And I didn't want even to preempt it.
The question
is only that he was saying they are winning, and he comes from Nyeri. I had to say that Embu,
should the people of Mbeere
that
North,
place.
Should the people of Mbeere North,
yes,
elect the UDA candidate,
yes,
what will that mean to you in DCP and the United Opposition?
Well, I believe we should just wait for the election in 27. Why I'm saying that is because right now, by all the polls that have been done and genuine polls that I've looked at, we are doing very well. as a united opposition. And I have been on the ground, interacted with the voters. The people you see attending meetings purported to be for UDA, they are looking for money. They are going there because they know these guys are loaded. They have broken the bank. They want to ensure that they have bought voters, but immediately they leave. They shout one time and continue with their work.
I mean, interesting times ahead, but I would really want to hear from you. Yes, that brings it to the end of this video. I mean, if you haven't subscribed, I don't know what you're still waiting for. We Kenyans is dedicated to ensure that we bring you all these political voices in Kenya so that we can deliberately see how our country or where our country is heading to. And especially, we need leaders. Next time I'll be talking about Matiang'i, so don't forget to tune in to that. That's it for today. See you in our next video.